All right. We're here with KG and Treach. Third performance here in Minnesota.
Right.
In like 3 weeks.
Right. 3 weeks. Links, and back here last week.
It's like we had Minnesota. It's like Minnesota hadn't had us out here for a minute, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they just want to flood us out here. So.
And what do you think? What do you think the fans out here?
It's off the hook, yo. When Uncle Tim called us, we up in here, man. It's Minnesota, no diet.
That's what I'm talking about.
Minnesota, no diet. You get it?
I just caught on that. I was a little late.
I'm a lyricist. I'll sneak them in.
Yeah, I was a little late.
I'll sneak them in.
All right, so basically you guys have been around for a long time. Had a lot of changes. Coming out when it was the new style.
Right.
The transition over to Naughty by Nature. Can you discuss a little bit about that transition over there?
All right, it goes like when you come out when you're so young, you don't even use deodorant. Then you go to a certain age where you use deodorant. When you grow, you use a different deodorant. And you're still funky.
All right.
That's what we at with it. Funky. We still funky and we changed deodorants and switched up for all that. You got it? You got it? Stay with me now.
I hear you. I hear you.
You know what we got to do though too though? We gonna perform some new style records one day.
Crazy.
Cause it's some
Scuffing
people
those
that know that.
knees.
There's some people that know those records. Yeah.
But
Some
it
people
fits
know a
in.
couple of those records, so we might do that. But it's basically like we did a whole album under new style, but then the whole Naughty by Nature demo.
Okay.
Like not the whole, but I would say like about 70% of it was done as new style, and then Treach changed the name to Naughty by Nature.
Right.
We changed the name. I
Well,
just
yeah,
had an
he
idea.
had the name.
We all had to
Yeah,
agree
yeah.
on it.
So
'cause
why-
it's a
why-
team effort.
It was a team. It was a team.
Well, yeah, when we signed, when we
man.
basically was on our way to getting our deal with Tommy Boy, and we got down with Flavio and Shakim and Chris Lighty. Rest in peace, Chris
Rest in
Lighty came
peace.
around and said, "Yo, I think y'all should change y'all name and just flip everything." And then that's when we changed to Naughty by Nature.
Okay. All right. Another question. This is directed towards you, KG.
Right.
Producing. Now, you've done a lot of producing over the years, and you've had a lot of work with a lot of artists. So, can you elaborate on that, especially with Divine Mill?
Definitely. I mean, a lot of it started right here. Right here in Minneapolis with Next. And they were a group called Straightforward when I ran into them. I met them on tour. We were actually out here performing. We had a show at First Avenue, at the club First Avenue. And they ran down on me and they just gave me a demo tape up on the bus. And I listened to the demo tape. I loved it. And I just called them back and said, "Yo, who did this?" And it ended up being Lance and Prof. Then from the group Low Key had did the demo for them and worked on their stuff. So, I didn't want to cut Lance and Prof out, so I called the whole crew. It had Lance, Prof, Tweet, T-Lo, and RL all come up to Jersey. We worked out a deal, and we worked on a demo. And I had Lance and Prof do the stuff that they originally gave me on a demo, as well as work with me on some new records, and we did the whole Next project. And the same thing with that. When they came to me, since like we had new style, and Flavio told us we had to change our name. When they got with me, I just was like, straightforward, ain't gonna do it. So I said we need a new name, and RL said, all right, let's do Next. Let's call ourselves Next. So
Okay.
I mean, that's one of the things. That's one of my first groups that started. With me. I was actually, I gotta shout Johnny out. Johnny was the very, very first one.
Jaheim, Rotten Rascals.
Rotten Rascals.
And you ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here. If they kicking us out, they gonna kick your ass out too.
Definitely.
All right, man. Appreciate your time. Shout out Minnesota.
Shout out Minnesota. Word up. It's Naughty by Nature, and we shouting out Minnesota all day.
Shouting out Minnesota, no diet.